Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Previously, I got Revali's song, saw that he was a jerk, but had reasons for it, and the reasons were that he liked being a jerk. Again, I'm still not too fond of Revali. But anyway, this time we're going to be moving on to Daruk's song, but before that, there's something about DLC Pack 2 that I haven't done yet, and since it's close to me, I might as well do it. If you go to Satori Mountain, all the way. Oh, that's not what I meant to use. Whoops. Anyway, I guess this is a good enough time as I need to show off that Satori Mountain is right over here. I marked it down previously. I forget exactly what episode. It's been a while since I last recorded, so I apologize if my memory's a little bit fuzzy. Yes, of course. Fuzzy. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Isn't that like a Muppet? I think it is. The point is, I apologize if my memory is a little bit fuzzy. Right here, you'll find that if you purchase DLC Pack 2, there will be a chest here for you. Inside this chest is the Ancient Bridle. It's a mysterious bridle with forgotten ancient technology in it. Equipping a horse with this will maximize their abilities, increasing the number of spurs associated with them. This is really good. Too bad I barely use horses. Which kind of sucks. I never really did a lot with my horses in this game. I always just kind of rode them for a few minutes, and then once I started getting the ability to use Revali's Gale, they became somewhat obsolete to me. I just didn't feel the need to use my horses anymore, which sucks, because it's a really neat concept, and I really do like a lot of the concepts about the horse and the whole bridle system where certain bridles give your horses certain abilities. But, you know, I just, again, never used the horses, so, It has been a while since I last got anywhere close to lava, and, it feels nice, I'm not gonna lie. It has been a long time since I had such a large visual change in Breath of the Wild, because I'm going to be honest, a lot of the time, actually, you know what, let's use Revali's Gale Plus for the first time ever, which, I actually found out only makes Revali's Gale charge faster. I was wrong in thinking that it buffed the ability any more than it already was. That doesn't make any sense. I was wrong in thinking that it buffed the ability. That's what I was trying to say. It does not do anything to, like, you know, shoot you higher. It doesn't last longer, the gust that is. It just makes it so it recharges faster, which actually in and of itself is not a bad thing. I actually really like that. I actually should stop saying actually, because that's getting very repetitive. I apologize if my commentary is somewhat off. It has been a long time since I last recorded. I've already explained why in a lot of different videos, and I don't really want to go into detail here, so there you go. Where I need to go is all the way over there. Something I would like to say about this area that I don't think I mentioned beforehand is that it's actually really hard to find shrines that you never went to, because sometimes you might mark something and go to it and then realize it's lava, because the lava and the shrines that are not done have a very similar color, and if you, let's say, and so they also both glow. That's what I was going to think. That's what I was trying to say. I was about to say that's what I was going to think about. Dear Lord. I'd like to say something right now. I am not going to be reading these dialogue boxes anymore. In case you were wondering, you can go to these areas in any single order that you want, similar to the way Divine Beasts worked. And unlike Divine Beasts that had different dialogue for every single Divine Beast you went to, this is the same thing every single time. So I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way. I am no longer going to be talking in the voice of the ancients because it's kind of a pain to edit that in the first place. Well, as much of a pain as adding a single effect to audio can be. But I don't need to read them anymore. I've already said it about 4 times, so I've gotten kind of bored of saying it. Anyway, more importantly, this stone monument has survived for 10,000 years. What secrets does it hold? What is this? A traveler in the land of flames? Are you truly able to withstand the heat? I know it's not my business, but I'm rather concerned. It must be that you applied an ample amount of fireproof elixir, just as I did. Is that so? Nope, I actually bought extremely expensive clothes that didn't look good at all so I could traverse through this area. How about that? You must have natural abilities to withstand intense heat, just like the Gorons. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. As for me, if I don't use fireproof elixir, I go from a bard to a baked bird. Well, never mind my musings. Look, as expected, there's one here too. One of the monuments mentioned in my teacher's unfinished song. I wonder if my teacher ever contemplated this very song at this very spot. The song my teacher left behind. There's a verse about the trials Champion Daruk overcame. Allow me to sing them for you. So, did it move you? By steeping myself in the legends of the champions, I am beginning to form a deeper understanding of them. This will prove invaluable in writing the key verses of this song. I can imagine it vividly, the champion's vigilance of 100 years ago. My teacher always advised that, to write good songs, one must travel the world and meet lots of people. That is why I spend my days afoot, talking to anyone who will listen. I was lucky enough to meet with Unibo and Bluto in Goron City, both of whom knew much about the Goron champion. They regaled me with some rather interesting stories. I'm certain the stories they shared will help greatly in my efforts to accurately write the song's key verses. Something to mention that I surprisingly haven't mentioned before. If you actually read the lyrics, or at least sing them out loud in tune of the song, they perfectly fit. They perfectly fit for every single song. I've been noticing it because I sing them in my head whenever they begin to play, and it works. It just does. Go back and listen to all of the previous songs up to this point, and you'll notice that it works perfectly. Honestly, I really didn't expect the text to fit so perfectly with the actual rhythm of the song. I assumed that would be something that they just wouldn't worry about, the English translators of this game, that is. But no, they really put a lot of effort into it. I really don't know about other languages, but all I know is that the English translators did actually make the lyrics match. Alas, the song doesn't, or the words rather, they don't appear at the exact time they would appear in the song. Some kind of do something similar to that, where it's like noticeable that they appear kind of slowly and one word appears before the others, and then just the rest of the words fade in without actually thinking about the tune of the music. And, that's not really an issue of the English translators, that's just more of a, I don't know. Is that an English translator thing? Igneous Talus? Oh. Hi. I'm not gonna worry about you. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. But I don't know if that's an issue with, the English translators. I assume it's not. I don't believe the translators actually put the text into the game. I just think they translate it. That might be an issue with the program itself. I don't know. I'm making this a much bigger issue than it needs to be. But, first things first. This is the single one I didn't know how to do when I came to it first. Perfect. This is the only one I've been kind of dreading, because I genuinely don't remember how to do this. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, no, I think I have an idea. If I remember correctly, I went about this in a very odd way, but we'll see if it works out. So sweaty, brother. Pump it up, brother! Do you know why Champion Daruk chose this place to train, brother? Neither do we, but us Goron Blood Brothers are gonna find out by completing the training ourselves. I'm sure this is some part of Lord Daruk's secret Goron champ training. Intense. I didn't space that out properly. Nice. We're gonna do all we can to be mighty Gorons just like Lord Daruk. It's the only possible path for the Goron Blood Brothers. Feel the burn, brother! You see that glowing ring in the lava? Think of it as a target and stand on the lava, brother. So sweaty, brother. Even Gorons can't walk on lava. I wonder if Lord Daruk really did this training. Not that I doubt him, brother. No wonder Lord Daruk chose this spot. It's hardcore, brother. This training is gonna be rough. I can almost taste the gains. Time to strategize, brothers. The line "I can almost taste the gains" is absolutely amazing. I love the Gorons. They're such a great race just because of their characterization, and it's so good. Now, here's my thought process. First of all, that Geese can get out of here. Second of all, what I want to do is, if I remember correctly, I am supposed to take these boxes and place them right above that area. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, don't sink that. No, don't, okay, it doesn't go down that far. Okay, that's not that deep. That's fine then. I want to kind of place the blocks right above that, and I believe, if my knowledge is correct, that will make it so that I can stand right on top of the lava. Kind of. We're going to see. I don't remember if this worked out well or not, but this was my plan beforehand, and when I did this the first time through. So, we'll see. We shall see. There's a Lizalfos there. Do I want to take care of him with a bow and arrow? Yeah, he seems to be a fire Lizalfos, so I'm just kind of not interested in actually having to deal with his fire breath. Or whatever. I think he spits fireballs? I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I last faced fire Lizalfos. So I assume they do something similar to the water Lizalfos or whatever they're called, where they just kind of spit some of their element instead of actually breathing it, but I'm not sure about that. I could be wrong, I could be right, only the world will tell is what I was going to say, but I meant to say only if time will tell. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm very out of it. I am very, very out of it. Okay, yeah, this should be good. I hate the fact that I had to use both, or all three of my Revali scales, rather, just so I could get this, because I was too afraid of jumping. Because I was like, what if I land in the lava, and then I have to reset things, and then I'm going to have to put the blocks back, and... Because these blocks don't stay. They don't. I actually do have to place them perfectly, and now I'm questioning how I'm going to get back. Not very well. Hopefully the blocks will stay in that position. They do. Okay, good. Good. So they might actually stay in that position. I might have been wrong. I remember getting burnt by the lava, and the blocks just kind of disappeared, and they just didn't come back. For a little while. I don't know. I could be wrong. My memory of this area is kind of fuzzy. But whatever. This should work. This is not going to work. Okay. I think what I have to do... Did I do it? I did it. Okay. I'm not sure how much of my feet can be inside the lava. It's always a very fine line. Because you saw when I tried to jump to that block, I landed on the block. But, like, my entire feet were in the lava. And now only some of my feet are in the lava. So that doesn't count as being in the lava. I guess. Yeah. It kind of doesn't. It doesn't. That's interesting. Huh. Where did this shrine go? I am not sure where this shrine went. Is it up there? There it is. I see it. I see the tip of it. I don't remember the shrines in this area. I remember the shrines of, I'm trying to remember. I remember Revali's shrines. That's the best way to say that. And I remember Mipha's shrines pretty well. I don't remember Daruk's. So, we're gonna see how this turns out. Oh, I remember now. Okay, these weren't too bad. That's why I didn't actually remember them. It's because you have to try to avoid the fire, and some you can duck under, but then you get to an area like this where you literally can't pass through this fire. Well, you just have to throw a bomb and blow that up. It'll drop the fire down, and now you can walk through perfectly fine. Similar thing here, except now you have to use magnesis, and I'm actually going to keep this with me just in case I need it. Like right now. See, it's not too bad to figure these shrines out, actually. I thought it would be a lot worse, but it's not too bad. So, this is the play, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Good. I thought I was going to say, these shrines are really easy, and then I just screwed them up, which had me scared half to death, but that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is drop it. Be an idiot. That's my plan. Okay, no, not really. What I want to do is pull this all the way up here, and if I remember correctly, I want to... This entire episode is not going according to plan, but you know what? That's fine. That'll do. That'll do. I think I'm gonna have to use this one, but for what purpose? That is my only question. I can probably... Oh! 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 So I have to kind of go a little bit, like, I have to pretend those are building blocks, use one of those blocks to... Oh, okay, so I have to use one of the blocks. And I have to hold the other block up using one of those blocks so I can block the fire so I can actually walk under that. I think first time through, I just timed stasis, which sucks, by the way, in case you were wondering. Don't do that. And it's one of these. I've already talked about how I genuinely don't like these, and I'm just going to say that, yeah, that still stands. I think these are some of the worst puzzles in the game, because the only puzzle that you're actually trying to figure out is how to this dang thing control. That is the only thing you're trying to figure out through this. I don't know, I just... Half the time, you figure out how it controls, and then you realize, oh wait, nope, it decided to switch the way it controlled halfway through, so that, oh, now I have to try to figure out how it controls again, because for whatever reason, the block just started to stop switching the correct way. I don't know, it's odd. It essentially changes the controls up pretty consistently when it comes to those puzzles, to the point where you have to... It doesn't actually change the control. I'd like to say this. I'm kind of making it a gross over-exaggeration, but the controls consistently feel like they're changing. Because the way you hold the gamepad, it's not like one-to-one at all. It is very off, and sometimes it gets out of sync. That's the best way of putting it. Alright, with that, we have done one of the shrines for Daruk's song. Next time, on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we'll continue on, do the last two, and maybe a little bit more. But, again, that's for next time. Until then.